In the last 24 hours, the war is now marching west. Russia attacking Ukraine's most famous military base with 30 cruise missiles. Ukrainian officials say most were shot down. The middle-of-the-night attack killing 35 people, injuring at least 134, the Pentagon confirming no Americans were killed. An attempt to cut off Ukraine's supply of weapons from the West. The sprawling training facility used for NATO military drills dangerously close to the Polish border.
We will defend every inch of NATO territory.
20 miles away, air raid sirens the morning after, shattering this western city's sense of safety.
Lviv has been the relative safe haven. It has been the destination for people fleeing the violence in the east, and it's the departure point for anyone leaving the country to Poland or elsewhere in Europe. After the last couple of days, though, for refugees, for residents, for anyone in the city, the risk calculation of staying is starting to change.
I feel that something new is in the air. There is no safe place in Ukraine right now because you're in war with a country who has missiles who can fly to any capital in the European Union.
Amid heavy shelling to the north inside the capital, President Zelensky seen walking to a military hospital and awarding wounded soldiers with presidential medals. In the southeast, the situation growing more dire in the besieged city of Mariupol, cut off from water, food, heat, and electricity for more than a week. A convoy carrying 100 tons of aid is on its way, still 50 miles outside the city. But humanitarian corridors elsewhere appear to be working. Zelensky said 125,000 people have been evacuated in the last few days. As Russian forces gain ground in the east, Ukrainians protesting the occupation. But in Lviv, a city coming together as the war grows closer. 63-year-old Miroslav says he never thought he'd have to pick up another gun, but we will protect our city, he says. I remember how to shoot and kill.
And Molly joins us now from Lviv. Molly, there's some news tonight about the Chernobyl nuclear plant.
Kate, that's right. And remember, the Russians still control that plant. Now, 4 days ago, it lost power completely. Tonight, we learned that Ukrainian specialist teams have repaired a power line, and tonight the electricity is back on.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.